we got pregnant. It was a pretty uneventful pregnancy, but looking back, even from the beginning, I really sort of had a catch in my spirit about it. I think the Lord was preparing me a little bit for what was to come. And we went in for an 18-week ultrasound, just a normal ultrasound, and within just a few minutes, it was very clear that something was seriously wrong, and they explained to us that our daughter had several conditions that deemed her what they called incompatible with life. Well, you know, it's always a difficult balance, and we have hope in the God of the universe who can raise people from the dead, who can do whatever he wants to do for his glory. We are entitled, we are allowed to have faith in a miracle. The doctors are telling us that doesn't look like that's what's going to happen, so we need to be prepared for it. But really, sort of that balance between the possibility that it might be all right and dealing with the reality it probably wouldn't.
And there were just some times, though, where you're like, how are we going to get through this? How are we going to get through this? And there really is, it's not a crutch. There really is no other way. There's no other way that you can keep going, you know. You have to have faith in Christ. And over and over, we saw how he carried us through, how he brought us through incredibly difficult situations. You know, the day that she was born, you know, before the C-section, I was just so afraid. I mean, just so afraid, not knowing what to expect. And the rest of the day was just so beautiful and so peaceful. And that was God being there in our presence and walking us through this horrible, horrible situation.
She did have bright red hair. She looked a lot like her sisters, and she did live for about 2.5 hours.